Okay. Whew, let's repot these. I'm just making my wicking ropes really quick. My cat was, of course, as usual, starving because I don't feed him apparently. Ow! That hurt. Freaking dummy. Alrighty. I'm really excited to see how this goes. You blew a fan on me. I'm freaking hot. Alright, so let's start with our Bambino. I'm probably going to have to go rinse it off though, but once I get as much of the soil off as possible, then we'll evaluate, I guess. Where is... Oh, there's a baby corm. Oh, there's lots of baby corms. I don't know that I want to take them off, but I think they'll die when I put them in pond. So I might have to just grow the little itty bitty baby corms and see how they grow, you know? See what they become. If they're healthy or not. But this one's okay. I think I would sell this one. I think that's a decent size. It won't focus. Whatever. Whatever. But these ones, if you look here, they're a bit too immature. So I could try and build the pond, like fill it really carefully just underneath these and just have this sunk in a smidge, but still peeking out the top so it doesn't rot, because I just don't know that trying to grow that is the best idea. It's just pretty dry too. I feel like if I soaked this first, it would be better, but I just get so nervous with these plants that travel, especially in the heat, especially since it was delayed. It makes me more nervous. And then the plug. Ugh, I hate these plugs. These are juicy. So that's a nice one. This one's a nice one. I can't wait to see how many my mom gets out of hers, because hers is delicious. I'm hoping my black velvet has some. I have a feeling it's not going to, but you never know, you know. All right, let me actually take this to the sink. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I did go and wash him, his roots. I didn't want to mess with it too much, so I did leave some substrate. However, I will check on it in a month or so and just kind of peek and see how he's doing. He has two little corms growing here. Look at that. Tiny, itty bitty babies, but... Oh, sorry, I got hiccups. But we will pot him up in pond. Ew, Taz, why did you do this? Why? Ugh, I'm the worst sometimes. All right, so let's pot this guy up right away, and we're going to talk about... Excuse me, cat. Fighting. Ugh, annoying. We can talk about how to... Bambinos are pretty sensitive, and when they come in your home, the best technique to not overwater and kill it right away. So what I typically will do is I will pull up my string just a little bit, fill it. I want to put a bit more of my pond here. 1 second. Because you would try and hand grab it and pour it in here. Okay. Again, I'm using the basement's pond as well as lechuza. I love this mix. It doesn't have a ton of roots, so I'm not going to bury it too deep, obviously. It has a new leaf coming up. I hope it's variegated. I hope it's variegated. But we're just going to, and those little ones, little corms, they did fall off, unfortunately. So I'm trying to hold it where you can kind of see what I'm doing. And just like you pot any plant, just throw it around, shake the substrate between the roots. Now my pond is dry, okay? So if my pond is dry, that means that I can give it a smidge of water before setting it in my cabinet. If my pond is moist, you don't want to give it any water. If my pond is wet, you want to put it under a fan and also not give it water. You also, with all three scenarios, do not want to fill your reservoir. I see a lot of people on YouTube when they repot with pond and they put their plants in the reservoir after squirting through it and then they fill it with water. Don't do that. Don't do that. You have to remember the people you're watching are professional at it. They're not actual professionals, but they're very well, you know, I guess experienced in working with plants. So it is easier for them and it works out for them. It's not going to work out for you all the time. So follow, you know, be a little more careful and you'll have better luck, in my opinion. So that's just my little 2 cents that I do because I want to make sure my plant doesn't get overstressed. It's traveled, it's tired, it's stressed out. It's not going to absorb very much light. It's not going to absorb nutrients right now. It's not going to absorb humidity well. Well, humidity, it doesn't really absorb it. It more just keeps the balance of the leaves where it needs to be. But so what I'm going to do with this guy now is I'm going to take some water with SuperThrive in it, some Foilage Focus, and a little bit of silica. And because this plant was dry on arrival, I'm going to give it some water and kind of let it drip through a little bit. See how it's dripping through now? Then I'm going to put it in here and I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to touch it again. I'm going to put it in my cabinet and I'm going to look on it tomorrow, make sure it's doing okay. If it's drooping, we have a problem. If it's not drooping, it's probably okay. Again, be very careful with how you water your plant when it first arrives. Oh no, I just broke this little baby. This little leaf, I just broke it. But he's beautiful and I definitely would advise you kind of try to follow that way of doing it just to avoid rotting your baby. You don't want to rot it, you know? You don't want to rot it, so yeah. Excuse me, plants, you have to make room. There's like no room in my cabinet. That's funny. Yeah, so then what I will do is tomorrow morning, I will come and I will check, and then I will fill the basin up with a little bit of water. A little bit, not a lot. I'm just going to do a little bit because Bambinos are very sensitive to being overwatered. They will get edema really fast. I don't know so much with the Oreo ones. Mine hasn't done that yet. My other one, let me show you. I thought my camera like stopped. This is the one I got a couple weeks ago. He's throwing a new leaf. I don't see variegation yet. I'm hoping, but he has these beautiful top variegated leaves. Let me move this back. These beautiful top variegated leaves. Every leaf stayed happy. We have a little bit of damage here, but other than that, I mean, he looks really good, doesn't he? Look at that. He looks beautiful, and I'm very happy with it, and I'm glad he's doing okay. And he still has water. Let me see if we have any root growth. Ooh. So what I should do is put, I'm going to be a pain and I'm going to do what I told you not to do, but don't look at me. I'm going to put a little bit of this in, but this has to be watered through. So this is my Myco. Okay. Not weird. And then I'm going to just re-squirt it just a tiny bit, just so that goes in. Please do this before you do your squirting. And remember, you don't want to flush it out either, so do it towards the end of your watering so that you don't flush it completely out of the plant and then it doesn't even get absorbed into the roots. That's just my thoughts on how that might work. I don't know that that's actually what happens, but alrighty, next one. I'm very excited to see this. Very, very excited. So I'm going to put the tag right by these corms here. We have a couple really good corms. I did find one really good one. I think it even has roots. No, I think that's just root from the actual mommy plant. But that's gorgeous. So I can sell that. I can sell 3 out of this. The other 4, no, they're too, it'd be too much of a risk for my customer to try and grow. So I will grow it into a plant and then list it for you guys. So yeah, But let me, putting this through here. Let's fill this. I don't know why there's Play-Doh on my table. I really don't know what the state of my Alocasia here is going to be. My black velvet, I'm nervous. Let's breathe. Let's take a deep breath together. Ready? I'm so tired. Okay, we got this. We got it. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. All right, let's see. We have this all white leaf, so I want to shock it. No matter what, I want to shock this plant so that it will hopefully not grow white leaves. And I'm really, really praying there is a corm in here, because that would really, really help me out. Okay, roots look okay. It is very loose soil. Yeah, I think this came out of a... this definitely came out of a, where they have them all in their little, grower, what's it called? What is it called? What is it called when they have their seedling pods, seedling trays? Because the soil's way too loose. Like the other one wasn't. You saw how it was harder to bleh. So here's a great example though of why I don't like plugs of any kind. You see how the roots are all coming out the bottom and like exploding at the bottom? It's because they struggle to get out of this area here. And that also means that corms would struggle to get out of there as well. My opinion. But that's kind of sad. Yeah, see, it's all wrapped around the bottom, so it definitely was sitting. I'm gonna go rinse it quick and I'll be right back. Okay, I washed him. Look at that. So not super clean. I don't really want to mess with him too much. I hate that there's still some soil on here, but we want to keep him happy too, you know? So. Spin, spin. All right. Ah! Sorry. I almost forgot. I don't want to do too much. There. I'm also going to give it some SuperThrive. One drop. And this is a 250 milliliter container, so. Oh! Excuse you. He just squirted everywhere. Whoa. Sorry. Sorry. No, wait. Nobody feels anything. Alrighty. I think you're good, my friend. I think you're good. Can I see your roots? Not really. Not really. That was an oversight on my part. A little one here. Here's one. Okay, we can see a couple. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? You think it's going to be all white? Ugh, it is. Jeez. That really sucks. That really, really, really sucks. That really sucks. God damn it. Ew, I made this such a mess. Why did I use that? Why would I be so stupid? Why are you so stupid? Alright. So again, same dealio. I'm going to... He was a little dry when he came, so water shouldn't kill him. Hopefully. One would think, right? Okay. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I don't know why. I'm just disappointed. Disappointed. I really don't want a white leaf. I really don't want a white leaf. I just don't. I don't want a white leaf. Why is it white? Can we have a pink one at least? Like what? I'm just releasing it from its little, whatever you want to call it, catapult. I don't know if you can call Alocasia's one a catapult, but the tip has a little bit of pink, so maybe that'll push out a non-white leaf after that. So. Okay. My lordy, I hope you do well in here. I hope you put in your best efforts and don't disappoint me with bad behavior. That's all I ask. Thank you. Don't forget I love you. You are beautiful. And make sure you live a great, healthy life in my cabinet. Without further ado, ooh. No, no, no. Distractions. The poor Venom. I like roughly went through him the other day. And he is just really sad because I did that. But I was stressing. Alright. Let's see now. So I did have the intention of repotting this guy into my new pot, but I don't know if I've found it. Should we take a look? Let's take a look.